So, one thing that's very, very important when it comes to customer loyalty is to give your customers a very good experience and also to make sure that they come back. And I'm gonna give you two examples. Here's This is actually pretty interesting, and I kind of call this story my Big Fat Greek Wedding Volume 2 because that's kind of like what it sounds like to me. Here's essentially what I'm talking about. There's a guy, I read the story about a guy who every single year went to summer vacation in Greece, and this man would go to the same hotel. He would use the same hotel every single time. The name eludes me, the location eludes me as well. I don't exactly remember where it was. I believe it was on mainland Greece, though, not far from the Athens area, but it doesn't really matter. Here's what matters. So this guy went there every single summer, probably multiple times a year, actually. I think for at least 20 years. Maybe it was even 25 years, like a long, long time. And so eventually he started to befriend the staff, the hotel owners. They of course recognized him. You know, he probably tipped them well, and he probably had a great time there. And they enjoyed each other's company. Eventually, I believe he was pretty much given like a, I don't think he was given a free room, but he certainly was given like the best room, like all of the upgrades for a regular for a regular price. Don't don't quote me on that though, but I believe that's what I read. However, I mean, he befriended the hotel owner so well that the owner actually invited him to his daughter's wedding, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Like this tourist who who just came there every single summer and or several times a year and spent money and time with them, and they're inviting him to their daughter's wedding, which of course indicates massive trust and massive enjoyment as well. It's pretty much the same with me. Every single year I go to a zoo theme park, and I like to bring my daughter along. So we stay there for a couple of days. Oftentimes it's 2 or 3 days because the theme park is so big, and you simply just can't do everything in one day. So you need to, or you should stay there for at least two or 3 days. So that means that we need like a place to stay. Now there's plenty of hotels around. However, I was recommended by a relative to use like this hostel that's a little shabby, run down, worn down. It's not even the closest location to the theme park at all. It's not very far, but it's certainly not the closest one. And I think I think it's some sort of a school that's being run every single year. And during summertime, when there's summer vacation, when the students aren't there, it's being turned into a hostel. Now, here's the interesting fact: because they have like a nice breakfast, the rooms are fine. I mean, they're half decent, like I said. The location is great. It's pretty quiet there, and because they even have these dorm kitchens with a fridge and a freezer where you can store all your stuff that you want to bring along into the theme park and sort of like pack your own stuff if you don't want to spend extra money inside the theme park, or you just want to have food and eat food inside of the dorm rooms. You can do that. You can't do that in the other hotels, right? Now, they're more exquisite, they're more elaborate, elegant, they're of a higher quality. But this hotel is perfect for us because it's perfect for our usage. We don't spend much time there during the day. I mean, if I were to sort of like stay there and live there permanently, I probably would have upgraded to a nicer hotel. But for this usage, for simply just for just spending the evening and night there, it's ideal. It's perfect. And so I'm at the point now where I don't even go and search for the hotel. I go into last year's confirmation email of the booking, and then I click on that email, and then I click on the link that I was sent, and that takes me automatically to the order page. And so this year, 2026, I've already booked my stay at the hotel. That's how much I liked staying at that hotel. And that's how loyal of a customer I am. Simply because that hotel or hostel, which is really, it's more like a hostel, that hostel actually meets all of my needs. And so there are so many business and persuasion lessons here. Think about it. This hostel, it doesn't even have to run ads because there's more people like me who every single year are going to use that hostel for their stay. And these people know exactly where the hostel is. They know exactly where to look. And I'm pretty confident that this hostel could probably run on its own without any ads. It's pretty much like the theme park, like the zoo, like the theme park. They're so well known now, they don't even need ads. It's kind of like Tesla, right? Tesla or Apple or I don't know, any of these big corporations. You don't need to advertise for Tesla. You don't need to advertise for an Apple because the advertisement goes via word of mouth, which is the best sort of advertisement, really. So think about it and think long and hard about these persuasion lessons and also how you can apply them in your business. Speaking of which, if you want to learn more about persuasion and how to use it in your business, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching or listening to this. And I'll see you there. Bye-bye.